Yes, 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 car beautiful. Monday morning, that's right. The weekend sales are in and we've done it again. What a great way to start the week. We're not talking £200-300. We're talking a lot more than that. Now watch what I picked up and what I managed to sell and make for a profit. That's right. Stay tuned, guys. Car beautiful. It's true. Yes, guys, I'm back. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Let me know in the comments down below. That's right. Sunday yesterday, didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything. The weather was overcast. No one was going to be out there selling. That's right. The car boots are pretty much non-existent. Most of the charity shops around our way are shut on Sunday. So it was a case of just getting on with those final listings and using up those last banked listings that were available on eBay for me to use. Yes, I had 48 available, so I used them to the maximum potential just to get an extra 48 listings done. It's the worst part, isn't it? Let's be honest, you know, going out there, sourcing the products and things like that is the best part, and finding them hidden gems, them hidden bolos out there. But when it comes to actually cleaning them, photographing them, listing them and things like that, they take up most of the time. But hey, we have to do this to get them sold, right? So yes, that's what I was doing all day pretty much yesterday. It took up quite a lot of time. So then the beginning of the month now, I've got unlimited, if you like, listings. So yeah, I've actually banked a few. I've actually got to the stage where I listed literally 40 listings yesterday, and I've also scheduled another 25 to go out in the next 2 days. So I'm ahead of myself, so I'm really chuffed with that. It was an accomplishment, it was a challenge. But hey, it's Monday, which can mean one thing only. That's right, the weekend sales have come through and we've got to get them picked, which I've done, get them packed, which I'll be doing, get them shipped, which will be out on their way, on their journey in life to make other people's lives a lot happier, right? Right, yes! So you've seen me out on the field, whether it be a charity shop, whether it be car boot sales in the past. Now see why I picked them up, the price point I picked them up, most importantly, what I sold them for, right? So you know when you're out there on the field, what items to be potentially looking for and other things that maybe not so. But hey, without further ado, let's get on with the video. So there is an indication of what's going out. Yep, no, I'm not sending paper, but all these are prepaid labels, and I'm not going to show you them because obviously GDPR and things like that. I don't, you know, they've got customers' addresses on them. So, right, we have a lot going out. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Let's start in the last things that have just literally come through. So, as you know, I was in Hemel Hempstead. I picked up a big bag of these pound puppies. That's right, vintage. Remember Ricky Resells was educating us about these. That's the date on there, guys. 19 something and dot. Oh, it was on the other side. 1984. Look at that. Beautiful. These are vintage items, guys. 1984, as you can appreciate. I think I bought a big bag for like £5-6. Already sold one of them, so the rest are in profit. This sold for £15. All comps will be going on screen just about there for you. How you doing? You going? Right, next to go out is a Vinted order. This is the earlier one. It is the Tefal XL. Again, £8 to £10 paid, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, £8 on my list. Sold that for 36. Took an offer on the Vinted. More than happy, etc, etc. The only downside to the Vinted on these electrical items and bigger items is you have to pre-arrange a courier to come and pick them up. I don't know why, but it's their policy. So on Wednesday, I think, when the midweek sales come out, I'll have the courier come round and they'll pick it up, send it on their merry way. So there's no urgency to actually pack that today, which is quite good because it's a larger item. Right, that went out for, what did I say, £36, if I'm not mistaken. I had it down at 42, took an offer of 36. Right, an order that came through last night. It was literally, I've already pre-bubble wrapped it when I was storage. They're Cond Smite candles. These are the larger ones in a dark wood stain stand there. All working. Again, I would have picked this up at a car boot sale, literally for about £3, £4, that's right, and £20 it's going out for. Yeah, It's all about them paying the bills, right? Here we go. Another item going GSP. Yep, GSP. Now, where are you going? I think you're going to Germany. I can't remember now. I might be mistaken. Optimus Prime. Still on the back end of a cold, guys, so I do apologise, yeah? Done by Hasbro, Optimus Prime. The year was about 2004 or something like that. It's all in there somewhere. So basically, it's a voice changer mask. Remember what I was telling you about them? Look out for that, especially if you find different masks out there. Different ones can command different money, yeah? This one, got the battery on the side. It took me a long time to work out where that was. So should you ever pick these up and you do need to change the batteries, on the side here is the battery compartment, right? So anyway, cut a long story short.
Megatron is in my sights.
Got a few different sayings on there.
I am Optimus Prime.
Just there's the switch there, yeah?
Autobots, transform and roll out.
All good, right? Excellent. So this is definitely going to make some kid happy at Christmas. And the other button is when you're talking, which you push down there. So you can actually talk like that. So you can talk like Optimus Prime or the various characters like Bumblebee and Darth Vader and Stormtroopers do similar products. Do be on the lookout for these guys because... How do I turn it off now? Because they command good money. I'll have to take the batteries out, Bryce. So that's going to GSP. And I picked it up literally for, £4. I think it was in a charity shop. And I managed to get £25. Beautiful. Put him down there. Right. Lovely, jubbly prize inside. What else we got going out? That's Hasbro. Is the Kenworth, which I picked up at a car boot sale in Taplow. That's right. Thank you for reminding me, guys. Taplow. So it's the Kenwood CD changer. £8 because we wasn't too sure whether it was working. It's a multi-CD player. I've had it in there a while, but you know, it looks as if it hadn't even been opened, guys. You know, or it's been packaging been opened, but inside all the relevant paperwork's in there. The actual unit is still in the factory seal, so to speak, with the original sticker on the back. So yeah, £8 paid, and that's gone out for 70 beautiful pounds. Beautiful. It's true. Right, let's have a look where we got to now. Kenwood there, Walker Hawks. Beautiful. Again, this item picked up in a charity shop in Hemel Hempstead. Oh, excuse me, on the right hand side we've got all them designer items. That's right. It's literally hunting, shooting, kind of like, I wouldn't say gilet as such, but waistcoat, yeah? The company is Walker and Hawks. It is new with tags, even though it was in a charity shop. I think I paid about £12 for that. When I was out there on the field, it'll be on the video. If not, it'll be a couple of pounds either side. This is going also GSP. That's right, it's going GSP, and it's going to the Philippines. So, to all the Filipino subscribers, Kumusta ka, kaibigan? Salamat po. Which basically means to my Filipino friends, thank you very much. Guys, so this is going GSP to Philippines. I paid, was it £12 out in the field? That sold for £70. £70, yeah? Lovely, lovely. And only because it came new with tags, I managed to command a lot more for it. But it'd been sat for a long time. That was in the latter part of the summer months, yeah? Ah, beautiful. Let's have a look. Syndicate there. This is a lovely old item. A bit of retro. I found it at a car boot sale up in Hatfield. That's right, it was a house clearance. £2 paid. It's a Ronson Escort hairdryer. Now, those of you that may know may have come across these in your lifetime, yeah? So, it is a big old chunky unit. That's right. Now, that's the power unit there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up too good. Yep. So there's the massive power unit there, yeah? So it's the air inductor. You've got all the brushes and the connections. But back in the day, you used to put this hat on. Excuse me, one. So, lovely, lovely hat. So after you washed your hair, dried it temporarily, you put this hat on, connect it, and I suppose you look like that picture there, yeah? You see that picture there? Beautiful, right? But because it came with all its manuals and things like that, I thought, you know, movie props. So when you're out there on the field, guys, think to yourself, such rare vintage items now, could movies use them? movie department because they're always on the lookout for retro items. So, as random as things can be, they will certainly sell. Now, I'm not going to say they're quick sellers. I've had this for about 7-8 months. However, you know, quirky little items at the right price point. It's already in its original box and things like that. You know, I knew it wasn't going to command hundreds, but I knew it was worth more than the £3, £2, whatever it was now I picked it up for. So what did I get on retail on that? Say retail. I managed to sell that for... John, where are you? Where are you? Ronson hairdryer. £28. Look at that. Beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Just a few more items to go out now, guys. So I've got the Syndicate jumper. That's this one here. You saw me pick this one up in Chesham last week. Yep, only literally got round to listing it a couple of days ago. It's only because that beautiful hit there on the front and the arms, yeah? Now, what was it? £3, £25, £3.75 divided by 2. Remember, because everything's 50% off in that shop. How you doing up there? Really nice that you're subscribers to the channel, because last time I was up there, we had a little conversation. So I hope your week's going great. I'll be up there to see you soon. Hopefully, you'll be able to sell me a few items. Give us a little bit of a discount, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Cheeky, it's true. So yeah, I literally paid about £1.80, £2 if you work out. If you want to round it up, I forget, because it's half price, wasn't it? And that managed to flip for a grand total of Western Syndicate jumper, £17. So it's all about reducing the cost down of everything when you buy things, so the bigger items you're going to get the maximum profit for. Yes, that's right. So let's keep going on. I managed to sell. Yes, I've got you, the IKEA Seahorse. Now, this has surprised me. This has taken literally a year to sell. It is huge. It's a Seahorse lamp by IKEA, yes? Again, I would have picked this up at a car boot, literally. £1, £2, something ridiculous, yeah? Where are you down on my list? IKEA, £3, yeah? Because IKEA products do sell, and you can't buy them anymore because the IKEA only have a limited range for a limited time. Subsequently, what happens is they're discontinued, right? This lamp, for example, should have got a lot more for it. I went in higher initially, I won't lie. I went in at about £30, $29.99 to try and entice the customers, right? But it's just been sat there, changed the wording round a little bit over time, reduced it, just to get it out, because it's a bigger item, guys. It's taken up, it used to take a lot of space up. Eventually I got £19. So yeah, money is money, right? Money is money. That's the way you got to look at life. Oh, excuse them one, I needed that. All right, let's go and move on to... Yes, I know where you are. So it was at Hounslow West car boot, and it was raining. I wasn't there till literally 11:30. Everyone was packing up. This was a long time ago. Picked up that massive recycled bag full of South Park plush, and I sold another one, guys. That's right. It's the rare... Well, it's meant to be one of them ones, yes? One of the ones that come out in the waste. It's Mr. Poopy or something similar to that, yes? Okay, so this owes me nothing. As you guys are aware, I've still got another 8 bigger plushes that are listed, which are limited edition, yeah? You can't buy... Well, difficult to find these now, yeah? So this has managed to flip for a grand total. Don't forget, it owes me nothing now. £25 for a little tiny plush. Told you, they are super, super rare. Bolos, yes? Be on the lookout. Let's move on. Yes. This was in Ruislip in the charity shop. That's right. Just as I was leaving, I saw this little item on the side, on the till. £5 I paid for it. Little Christmas decorations. So they're like Snow White and the... Well, they say Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Now I've done that. Now take the lid off. But it comes under Princess and the 7 Dwarfs set. So it's a bizarre looking set, I must admit. Right? More scary, aren't they, right? However, for a £5, I wasn't going to leave them there. They're worth more than a £5, right? That's right. So... What was it? Was the original price on there at one time? Yeah, the original price on there was 25 anyway. Anyway, guys, from excuse me, flip that 5 into 20. Taking it, right? We're taking it. This is going to be a challenge to pack. I cannot deny. I was at the car boot in Taplow. There was this item initially that caught my attention, and then she's putting out a few more items of the same company thereafter. So I paid £8 for this one, and a big bag of mixed dinosaurs as well for, again, £8. Oh my gosh, they're alive! So, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park is a huge Tyrannosaurus dinosaur-y thingamajiggy roars and things when you push him and all that. Them beautiful things. Somewhere along the line, I forget now, but he did. But anyway, there he is. We'll leave him be for now. But yeah, there he is. He's a scary old fella. Big old unit, £8. I'm sure you should be able to take the tail off, but I've tried twisting it and things like that, but yeah, I couldn't. So it's going to find a decent enough box so he doesn't get damaged. Lots of bubble wrap. Big challenge, that one, but hey ho diddly ho. £8 paid for him out in the field, that's right, and he's gone for a grand total of £32. Get in. See, that toys can do very well. I think it's part of the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park syndicate. If you are out in the field, do be on the lookout. There's a certain print on their feet and things like that. Yeah, just see there right in the centre of the camera, right? There you go. Be on the lookout for that, guys, which will tell you whether it's Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, etc, etc. Let's move on. I forget the price I paid for this. I think it's about £10. Thereabouts, yes. It's the Barber jacket, quilted jacket. It is the Range Rover collection. Thank you very much, Harrow, when we went down Harrow that time. It's a lovely cream jacket. That's right. There it is in all its glory. Yes, yes, yes. So it's a Barber jacket. Thank you very much. Because it's the limited edition Range Rover one, we commanded a little bit more on it. I had an offer coming. I think I had it down for $69.99. Someone's coming with an offer of £55. We'll take it. And like I said, what caught my attention was the collab with Range Rover, Land Rover there. Yeah, so certain varieties can do a little bit better than others. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that, guys. Beautiful. Literally a couple of quid paid for this next item. This was in Cuffley car boot sale. I know it's a case of I bought this, I sold this. I do apologise, but this is how the start of the week usually goes, yes? It's a lovely bread bin. The name of the company to be looking out for is on the bottom there. That's right, it's designed by... Who are they designed by? Rayware. Certain Rayware products can do very, very well. Mention that that's part of the design in there. The customers felt more than happy. Excuse me. Obviously, it's a little bit vintagey. I went in and I asked for £26, and that's exactly what I got. Beautiful, that's right. So happy, happy days. And this is the second item that I picked up for £5 out in... Where was I? Literally the end of the denim car boot season. It's the Electric Cube Ice Cube Maker. Yes, we said they would sell. It took a while to sell, but it did. It's a heavy old unit. Yes, it's the stainless steel one. £5 paid, £38 received. Yes, we've done it. We've got through all the sales for the weekend. Talking of our ice cube makers, the other unit came back. That's right, and it was smashed. 1 minute, I'll go and get it for you. So I sent out this ice cube maker last week, the early part of the week, right? And the customer said, I want to return it because it's not as described. Now, why is it not as described? Because the lid is absolutely smashed to smithereens. Let me show you that again, guys, yeah? Now, he said the hinge isn't working and it's broken. Excuse me. And when he put in a return, he's put the return in as item not as described. Great. Well, of course it's not as described because I'm not going to send out an item that is broken. What would be the purpose in that, I hear you ask? So when I packed this, I bubble wrapped it. I then put it in a box. I then bubble wrapped the box and put it in a larger box. That's right. By the time it got to the customer, everything should have been good, right? You would have thought so. However, the couriers in the depot must have been playing basketball with it, apparently, because It is the item I sent out. That's right. It's only £40, but hey ho, diddly ho. But for that to smash inside all that wrapping, it's beyond beggar's belief. Yeah, it really is. The model number's the same. The stickers haven't been tampered with, etc., etc. So I don't know what went on there, guys. Honestly, it must have literally fallen off the back of a lorry. Hey, not my product. So anyway, long story short. So customers opened up a return request, saying not as described. Now, rather than reach out to me, the seller, who could have advised him to say it was damaged in transit, which would have made both our lives a lot easier, they just decided to go ahead and use the option that was on screen. Uneducated, I guess. So the computer automatically, basically, accepts the return. Not as described, but it's not, is it? You know, so he showed photos as well in the messaging. I phone up eBay, literally came in on Friday, excuse me. Phoned up Friday to customer service, and I said this situation. I sent it out working, as per videos, as per pictures. It's arrived there damaged, but the customer's opened the return, stating it's not as described. What do I do from a seller's perspective? So the lady, bless her, she went on to colleagues which are higher up than herself, said, look, we can't do anything at the moment, even though it's under buyer protection and things like that. I'm like, excuse me, you can't do anything. But it was the customer that's put the wrong reason for the return. And you guys have already authorised it, so it's already come back to me and I'm confirming it's the same item. However, it's broken. Okay, they said, what to do then is refund the buyer the initial money that's outstanding on it. Okay, happy days. And then what to do is contact eBay on Monday today, because it's a weekend, isn't it? So contact eBay today, Monday, and then we'll send that request over to the department which deals with that sort of side of things, which is the wrong reasons for the return, so they can escalate it and then refund me, because it's not my fault that it's got broken in transit, because I've got evidence to show that it was bubble wrapped, double boxed, etc., etc. So yeah, so I've got to do that later on today, and then I'll eventually get reimbursed the £40. I'm not bothered because it's only a £5 I paid for it, so it's no hardship, but it's still a bit of a kick in the teeth, so to say, in the nicest way. Guys, anyway, so that's about the returns. Just the way of the world. It's a return, we have to accept it. Yep. Even though the automatic procedure would have been, talk about returns. Another return request came in, saying about that, yeah? Remember I sent out that this is dodgy as can be, right? I just had an inclination when I opened this sale. You know when you have sales, you think to yourself, something's not right here, you know, the inner. So I sent out that Sony CD tape player, etc. Pictures there. Boom! Yep. So it's all minty, beautiful, fresh condition, yeah? Well, it's Saturday afternoon. I had a message come through from eBay itself saying there was an issue with a delivery that you sent out, words to that effect. The buyer wants to return the product, but we have dealt with it internally for you. Well, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Yeah, this doesn't affect you as a seller, and all them beautiful things that go with it. So I had a look at it, and it turns out that Sony, which was bubble wrapped in a box, etc., etc., has he showed only part of it, right? And that one of the grills on the said speaker had been totally dented. Oh, that can't be so, because literally. And I reached out, so I said, well, look, I bubble wrapped this box there, and they said, yeah, you know, it was all good. It was well wrapped, etc., and protected, but it arrived damaged from the courier. I was like, okay, sorry about that. But because they'd already said it had arrived damaged in transit, it had already been dealt with, and I kept my selling, and they got reimbursed, right? He said, such a shame, because it was to replace a model, the exact model I have, which is damaged. Oh, yeah, you just know, don't you? What I can't say this is a fact, but it appears to me as they must have like dropped their existing one, looked for a very similar model, right? And then what they've done is then said, oh, this one, the one you sent arrived damaged in transit. And as they put it damaged in transit, they know they don't have to return the product, because if they did, I would have probably found out that it was a different serial number, because every electrical item has its own serial number, right? So yeah, and I would have been able to tell that and gone, yeah, no, you're not getting your money. But anyway, because he said it's damaged in transit, if he wants to commit fraud with eBay, that's their prerogative, not mine. Yeah, certainly something I would not contemplate doing. Yeah. Right. Rant over about returns. Most important thing is we spent a grand total of £78 out on the field. We went to car boots. We went to, I miss those car boots. We're on April. We've only got another 18 odd weeks to go. And as resellers, I know we're probably counting down them advent calendars for the next 5 months. I know I am. So the early part of the end of spring, beginning of summer, we'll be out there on the field again for you guys to get some beautiful content on what to pick up and flip for a profit. That's right. So £78. In the grand scheme of things, that's a lot of money. So sorry about this cough. Nearly at the end of it. And it'll all be cushy, I promise you, right? So this video's gone on way too long, but I hope it's given you an indication of what sort of things to look out for out in the field on your travels, and it's building up your knowledge bank. Certain different products here, other products, maybe. That's right. Depends on what you want to find your niche for. I sell just generally everything. If it's got a profit margin, I'll sell it. But some people just concentrate on the clothes or just concentrate on the electronics. Fair play to you guys, because that means your knowledge is going to be even stronger in that particular field. So when you see things out there, you know to grab it straight away and you know what it's worth without the likes of us guys going on our phones, for example, and researching it. You guys just know that's worth a lot of money and you're just going to take it and say, yes, get in there. Right, £78 out in the field, and that's going to return a grand total of, yes it will. That's right, £502 for the beginning of the week. Yes, thank you very much. Means I can put my heating on. It means I can put my heating on an extra 2 minutes this week. A madness, and it what's going on in this cost of living crisis. It certainly is. So 502 from a £78 outlay. Definitely a great way to start the week. It certainly is. Gives us a little bit of budget to play with during the course of the week, so we can reinvest that in said community, but more the economy, isn't it, guys? You know, so we can pay a few bills here. We can then treat ourselves. I'll give you an indication. Right, here's an indication. Let's say, for example, remember I was saying yesterday, which was the case of listing all day yesterday. So to put this all into context, I'm going to find an item with what this came from. Yeah, there you go. Right. So the Ronson vintage hairdryer. Let's bring this up again for you. Remember, I paid £3 out on the field for this item here. The vintage hairdryer, yes? £3. Now, I need you to put that into context. And I received £28. Because I was listing all day yesterday, etc., time was against me. I didn't really find the time to cook a lovely Sunday lunch. I haven't had one for a long time. So in the evening time, yes, I went onto the mobile phone while doing everything. And when you get them cheese-topped, pepperoni-topped, circular pastry dishes, which have got like cheese in the crust and tomato sauce on the top, yep, the one with a hut. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. If they were doing a promotion, buy one, get one free. That's right. Now, generally, I would just buy a cheap one, yeah, and be happy with it. You know, if I was in Tesco's and it had Chicago and it's the name of a town, I would generally buy that, whack it in the oven, and that's it. The pizza is done, right? Time against me. Yes, I'm talking about food that's fast, delivered to the door. And we're talking about this hairdryer. Now, why am I talking particularly about this hairdryer? Well, that delivery, where you buy one, get one free for 2 large pizzas, yeah, cost £28. Yep, it would have been more, but it was buy one, get one free, Black Friday deal, right? £25 or thereabouts, right? So if you want to put this reselling into context, I sold this item here for £28. I only paid £3 for it. So initially I've only paid £3 for 2 large pizzas. There you go. Now we're putting reselling into context for you, yeah? £3 for 2 large pizzas from the Pizza and Said Hut. It makes sense. Now, this is how us resellers work. You know, we buy small, we sell for a profit. That's right. So we're not spending as much for things out there in the real world. It sounds really bizarre when I say the real world. So if you want to put that into context, that's absolutely magnificent. I've said that a few times. So anyway, guys, don't forget to hit like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment down below on any subject you wish. This video's gone on way too long. I do apologise. If you want to hit that hype button on your mobile phones, that'd be fantastic. It'll actually help the algorithm, allow us to grow as a community. We are the unity in community, that's right. Today, like I said, it's just packing, getting them shipped, and just having a chill day. That's right. Tomorrow we're going to be hitting them charity shops again hard. Don't know where, don't know when. Well, I do know when, but I don't know where. Guys, have yourself a lovely evening. Stay true, stay blessed always, yes? And I'll be catching up with you again tomorrow. Same time, same place, different venue. Have yourself a great evening. Don't forget, you've got the inner strength to get through everything in life. That is so true, yeah? If you need a bit of guidance, if you need a bit of strength, reach out. There's always people here, like myself, that's willing to be by your side. That's right. Have yourselves a great evening. You're well, worth it, and more. Take care, guys. See you later.